Hello and welcome to another episode of SIAM Speaks. Today we have a very esteemed guest with us, Mr. Sudhendu Sinha, who is an advisor to Niti Aayog. So a very warm welcome to SIAM Speaks, and it's an honor to have you here.
Thank
It will
you.
be a pleasure to discuss with you and learn from your immense experience. So my first question to you is that with the right guidance from Niti Aayog and the right leadership from the government of India, the country has seen massive strides in electric vehicle adoption. The recently concluded calendar year saw more than 2 million electric vehicles being sold across the country. And across the pavilions, as we see today, a lot of OEMs are launching more and more electric vehicle models across all vehicle categories. However, with increasing number of electric vehicles, there will be an increasing need for charging infrastructure. And given the vast, diverse scope of India, it's a huge country. We have huge length and breadth. What initiatives does the government want us to take, and the government is taking to ensure that this charging infrastructure is inclusive, and every nook and corner of the country is having a charging infrastructure, so that the benefits trickle down throughout the length and breadth of the country?
So you are spot on that charging infrastructure is really one of the most significant thing that needs to be driven now onwards. Not that it was not a focus in FAME 1 or FAME 2 or multiple other initiatives. It has been, especially the bus national electric bus program that we launched. It has been there, but now when we have decided that we will be going in a big way, it requires definitely that charging infrastructure has to be put in place. If you recollect the PME drive, then almost 2,000 crore rupees out of 900 crore rupees it has been allocated to charging infrastructure,
Right.
which is almost 18% of the total allocation. So it is one of the major significant stream where government is keen that charging infrastructure should be proliferated. But the idea is that this should be taken, this should be driven forward in and by the industry. You should not be always looking for the government agencies, government organizations, institutions, oil marketing companies, or public sector undertakings that they are the ones who will keep on installing them. No, at the end of the day, we want it to be a new business opportunity, and that is where industry has to play a key role. But yes, for the initial buildup of confidence, this is definitely required that we should be kind of going ahead with the first support should come from the government. Therefore, we have nudged our oil marketing companies. We have encouraged them to set up charging infrastructure, almost to the tune of over 22,000 charging stations, and good number of them, close to 18,000, if I am not mistaken, my memory. Then has already been installed, but majority of them are being slow chargers that needs to be upgraded now. What you need to do first is maybe we can create lighthouses of charging infrastructure. A city which is completely enabled with charging infrastructure. A port, it could be a steel plant, it could be a mining area, it could be a clinker route, it could be a cement plant, it could be one highway or maybe three, four highways. So that is how we have to create lighthouses, a port city, a port maybe. And then, then that develops the confidence of the entire sector. This will be the new strategy that we'll be moving on to, where we would say gradually it is already taking shape, not that it is not. So we have to, that is the method of proliferating the charging infrastructure, and public charging infrastructure has to be fast. It has to be CCS so that it
Right.
can cover multiple of them, multiple vehicle segments. So these are the, and then yes, it requires lot of other enablers also. One charging app, ease of payment, ease of identification of charging station, ease of identifying whether what are the attributes of that particular charging station, and whether it is going to support your vehicle or not. All these things around it is going to. This is happening, but probably it needs to be fast tracked. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. My next question is related to the electrification vision and targets. So while the PM has given a electrification vision, and Niti Aayog is guiding the industry, and industry is striving hard to achieve them, and I'm sure we'll achieve the long-term targets. But any short-term targets, particularly for this year or the next couple of years, that you believe the industry should definitely move towards achieving, which will definitely accelerate the country's pace for electrification? And how can Niti Aayog facilitate that?
So you see, if you see the PME drive, And this is though it has been built upon the earlier initiatives, but it's a slightly, it's an outlier in the sense that for the first time, if you see, other than charging infrastructure, e-ambulances, e-trucks, those are the new focus areas. Ramping up and upgrading the testing facilities, these are the new areas. So maybe as a near-term goal, we can think of first, of course, e-ambulances have to be there, because that is somehow attempting to kind of connect the clean health solutions, the green health solutions, healthcare solutions. So this is how it is. Then, in addition to that, if I might say that that e-trucks are there, so that is a new vehicle segment,
Right.
where they'll have to go into, the industry needs to be thinking that how they go about it. At the same time, maybe the area of advanced chemistry cell,
Advanced chemistry.
because this is the year we have already, there's a PLI scheme, and we had given them 2 years of manufacturing
Right.
recess. They have set up their manufacturing facility. From this year, the production has to be. So the production of advanced chemistry cell, these are some of the areas where we have to going forward. In addition to that, if I might say, an industry also needs to connect to the R&D ecosystem and support it in a big way. R&D ecosystem and the skilling centers, that is also required. Because what is the grand vision? The grand vision is that by 2030, we should develop a capacity of pulling off 10 million vehicle units a year. That in turn will give 5 million job opportunities it will create. So if that is the grand vision, and if you want that India should be a manufacturing hub, it should be a skilling capital in electric mobility. Actually, these things, they have to be taken forward by the industry players, by number of multiple government initiatives, and of course, Niti Aayog is there to break.
Thank you, sir. I think you have laid out the grand vision very clearly for the industry to move forward. And I'm sure under Niti Aayog's guidance, industry and the country will truly achieve the long-term vision. Thank you very much for speaking with us, sir. It was an honor having you on Science Speaks.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.